Hey everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and however you tune in. James Dow back here with another little multi-tool review. We're going to be checking out a LeatherMan Bolster today. It's got 13 tools to boot. It's got a little special feature here and there. Back when it came out, I guess it would have been a little bit more, different. Nowadays, a lot of tools are running it, and we'll get into that in a second. But I guess right off the bat, we'll change it up today. We'll go with a little bit of measurements and size, after we take a look at it. Got the LeatherMan pocket clip right back there. And I guess we'll go right quick over that difference. Won't draw it out. Back when it came out, it had a outside opening pocket knife, accessible blade. It locked with a liner lock right there. Very easy to open, very easy to close. Won't have to open your multi-tool. Kind of set it apart in certain ways. LeatherMan was definitely toting that, for some other models too at the time. But definitely a great feature, a great selling point. Just something different than a lot of more classic styled, multi-tools. Let me zoom us out right quick. And we'll grab the old ruler over here. You got a blade length of just about 2 1/4, a little fuzzy over right there. The pocket tool being closed is going to come in at about 3 1/4 inches, and then being opened, let me open her up right here. You can open it with one hand and you can close it with one hand. You do want to push it against something, maybe your chest, your leg, whatever. But it is doable. You do like to push it against a surface. It is a bit stiff, I can tell it wasn't used too much, and then I kind of gave this as a gift to my brother, let him borrow, have it. More much have it. And he hasn't used it too much. I told him that there's a LeatherMan lifetime warranty. We'll see why later, and I'll talk about how I got this. Or, we'll just get into that. I did get this tool. I didn't pay retail for it. I'm not really too keen on that. LeatherMan, they're great prices. They're all made in America. And they're great fit and finish. Just the function, just the way they feel. I'll pull up a Gerber Suspension NXT. Great multi-tool. Great warranty. Great everything. But just the finish, it is a Chinese made. It holds tight right here. But as in my other reviews, you can see there's a bit of slop. It does not affect the pliers though, the Needlenose pliers. They don't sit ajar. They sit straight, straight down Broadway like old Big E says. But yeah, and they go away just fine and dandy. They might sit a little strange in there, but with room to wiggle, that's kind of I don't know, I suppose that's the saving grace of it all, but, But these get you about 30, 35 bucks, 25. But as you can see right there, you got a little bit of slop. On this here LeatherMan, you don't got nothing of the sort. It's tight. It's finished right. It's just well done. Very well done. And I don't have my old trusty Sheffield, but I've beaten that thing up. And this thing, I could see it being beat up and, maybe coming out a bit better than the old tool I have. But, yeah. Man, it does have great finish. It's just real nice action too when you hold it. It is sprung loaded, so there's a spring in there. Just a great tool. Needlenose pliers, normal pliers. You got your wire cutters out there. And we'll keep going. I say it weighs about 5.9 ounces. That's what they said on the website. Great feeling in the hands. Just feels great. We'll go through the tools right quick. We'll go over here to the more minimalistic side. One thing I do enjoy about this is that they have the push through. You can push on the back side of it to have the little nail nicks protrude a bit more than they normally would, so that you're able to kind of get it with your nail if you have one. But yeah, and then you got Phillips. The Phillips is more of a slender Phillips. It's whatever, it works. It's not my favorite for some of them screws. You kind of need a more rounded, a little bit more fuller Phillips, if you will. But it works. Then you have a good flathead screwdriver over here, a nice wide one. Just a good combination right there, real simple. We'll go over to the other side. The other side has the same idea. You can push through the outside, right? So you can have them protrude easier from the inside. You can just go boop and then they poke right through, and then you have your selection of tools. So we'll start with the nearest the pocket clip. You have a 420 HC hardened carbon serrated blade. It's about 2 inches. We'll take it to the old ruler, give or take. You all heard it kind of lock right there. It doesn't have an actual liner lock of the sort. It just slips into place, but it has real good action. You can hear it lock. Even though there is no lock, it's more much just at its, I guess, extended position. Yeah, and the blade actually is only about an inch and inch and 3/4 right there. How about that? Slip that tool right back. Real stiff, really nice. Move on to the other ones. And using what I said a second ago, I'm going to push on the back of this so I can get the next tool out of the way. Now, I did get this for $15 at a garage sale. The older gentleman told me there was a broken tool in there. It was the file, the wood metal file. Single cut file. It'd be about 3.8 centimeters. Yeah, I got it right here on my notes. 1.5 inches with 3.8 centimeter file and ruler. That busted off. But thanks to LeatherMan's warranty, lifetime warranty, I can take this tool, send it in, and they'll repair it or replace it and send it back. So, when you are thinking about LeatherMan and that price they ask, that is something to remember to, keep in mind. If you break it, you can send it in, they'll replace it. And you might get that on some tools, like this one right here. They have a limited lifetime. Pretty sure they'll honor it. But all these tools are just mass made in China. They send them over. They're quick to replace them. They want to keep people buying them. They have no problem. And that's the thing too. If I won't go and knock this, but is this on the same quality as this? No. Does this work? Yes. So that's something I always remind myself and tote to people. And doesn't have to be the best quality to always get the job done. Sometimes you just want a little bit cheaper. Will it last as long? Not necessarily, but you never know. Here we go. Then the other tool, I'm going to try to wrap this video up. It's getting a bit longer. Excuse me for that. Just a can opener, bottle opener. You got a little lanyard loop right here. Serrated blade, file. And that's about it. That's really all she wrote for this tool. Your standard Phillips and flathead over on this side of the world, we already talked about. Your pliers and all. Really just a simple tool. 13 tools, nothing overdone, nothing too much, nothing too heavy. I do like the lanyard loop if you're someone who cares to wear their multi-tool on a lanyard or whatnot, or even put it on some string, have it dangling about. That's a nice feature. That's a nice touch, a good option. Really do enjoy the pocket clip, so you can carry it on the pocket, carry it in a sheath, carry it on a lanyard. It's really the multi-tool for everyone. Nothing too heavy, nothing too, obscene, obnoxious kind of, just works. Just gets the job done. I do enjoy LeatherMan and their products, and this is definitely, buying this tool some months ago, letting my brother borrowing it back, or giving it to my little brother, and then borrowing it back for this here review and carrying it for a few days before I put it out. Yeah, no, I found myself, I was already looking at the Skeletal little KBX combo over at Costco they had a while back. That was looking good, and I was thinking about, but I, allocated my funds to elsewhere and other knives and stuff, and just been using the multi-tools I have, because if it ain't broke, don't always have to replace it. And I know you could say the same for the knives, you already got some sharp knives while you keep buying them, but man, some things kind of get your chain a little more than others, But on that note, I appreciate everyone tuning in, checking out this review on the LeatherMan Bolster, and I'll catch y'all next time.